Okay. So this is like my first time doing this kind of style video. It's kind of style of video because I normally either do gameplay or like a commentary video. But I thought, why not do both and combine both things I love doing, you know? So that's what this video is. This video is me talking about something that I wrote down. And that is, I think friendships are like the most pure um oh, I forgot to say. But yeah, I just like play, I miss playing Rainbow and I post clips here and there, but it kind of gets boring. So I think this is the perfect way, like me just putting clips of me stomping people to me talking about real stuff. I think it's just the perfect balance, to be honest. And I got this inspiration from, I forgot his name. Let me see real quick. Hold on. I forgot his name, but he posts videos to like Skate 3 clips a lot of the time. And he talks about real stuff. Like, I think his name's Yankee. I see it, I found it. His name's Yankee. But I love his videos. They're like comfort videos, to be honest. And I like them. So, but this one I want to talk about, yeah, I think friendships are like the most pure friendships and are like the most pure form of love, in my opinion, if however you describe love. Love. Because love, in my opinion, you have a girlfriend, whatever, and you guys date each other for a few months, right? Obviously, you're gonna say I love you no matter what, a lot of the times. Like, so, but then really feel like, I just think, my opinion, and it's common with some of my friends, right? Love, we think, is really you just want the best for that person, no matter what, even if they're with you, without you, unconditional love, even if they break a leg, even if they freaking, even if they lose an arm, whatever, like, as long as they're just a decent person, obviously, you're gonna love them no matter what, even if they hit the lottery, get $1 million, and they, let's say they're not able to split any, whatever. Like, let's say they have to use it for something. They move to Switzerland for their greater good, for their health. I think love is the fact that I think love is really like you can take that and be happy for them. They don't have to do anything for you outside of just being your friend. And you want the best for them and you love them no matter what. But where relationships, I think, get hurt is you have a girl. It's happened to me a lot. Like, not a lot, a few times, obviously. Not a lot, but whatever, bro. I'm 22. Holy shit. But you have a girlfriend and you tell her you love her. You guys tell each other you love you. That you guys love each other. But you know damn well, if your girl were to get a job opportunity in France and she'll have to leave you, you'll be mad. You do not want her to do that shit. Hell no. So I really feel like 8 times out of 10, you're not gonna want her to take that job opportunity. Like, if you guys had something decent going on in America or wherever you're from, and then she has to leave for a better job, even if you guys don't end up together. Like, let's say for example, she moves and there's a 0% chance you guys are gonna get back together, but she's gonna move and be happy. She might find someone else. Who knows, right? I think if that were to happen to a friend, you'd be ecstatic. You guys might visit each other every now and then, but she's gonna be, whether him or her, whatever, they're gonna be happy, gone, in another country with a new job and all that. You're gonna be ecstatic for them. But if your girl were to do that, you would not be happy at all. I think you'd be mad a lot of the times. Most people, if I mean, but that's normal. I feel like that's natural. Most people would be upset a lot at the fact that their partner is leaving them. And I don't think that's love, in my opinion. I think there's maybe different forms, maybe a different word you can use. Lust, maybe, I don't know. But for example, you take a marriage, right? You have two kids together for whatever, and I really feel like marriage has been together for so long. I think that builds to be unconditional love. But saying love, I think I don't really say it too much. I say it to my friends a lot, a good amount, whenever I'm feeling sentimental and stuff. But relationship wise, I haven't really dated anybody in years. Last person was my ex, and I kind of regret saying that because I cheated him really bad. Just gonna be honest. I cheated him really bad. But um, I'm happy for them being in relationships now. For her being in a relationship now. I wouldn't say I really love her, to be honest. I'm just happy for her because I feel like I treated her so bad. She deserves so much better. But that's neither here or there. But damn, what was I saying? I think that yeah, I think that uh relationships learn to have unconditional love, but I think for the first while, at least while you're still getting stuff out of each other, kind of you're still in I think unless you've been married for a year, you don't have to be married. I just think until you've been together and experienced so much stuff together, I really feel like there's no way to have unconditional love unless you're and that's just what I think. I think if you're dating someone and you guys travel together, you guys maybe had kids, you guys have experienced so much together. I really feel like that is when I think it comes, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I think, to be honest. Um, Obviously, there's nothing wrong with saying I love you. You know, you guys dating for a few years, whatever. But it's just, in just my opinion. That's why I think, shoot, next girl I date, hey, we might be dating for a few years, maybe a year, maybe a few months, and I might say I love you. Who the fuck knows? But if they have a job opportunity in another country and they take it, probably gonna be upset. But you know, it's for the greater good. Whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think friendships are the most purest form of love, in my opinion, because and also on top of that, you literally choose your friends, you know? Like family, you're born into that family. Obviously, you could choose to keep them, but like a lot of the times you kind of have to. Like, you know, unless you just completely ghost, but I really feel like you kind of need your family a lot of the time. But friends, you literally like unless you're like depending on your friends for anything other than emotional, like you're depending on them for the house, maybe you're depending on them for maybe a job, you're depending on them for a ride. Who the fuck knows, right? But I feel like if it's only emotional, that's the most pure form because you don't owe them anything. They don't owe you anything. And you guys are choosing to stay together, you know? You guys are like choosing to be together. Like my friends, bro, we don't live together. We don't we shoot. I have one friend, my closest friend. We text almost every day. I have a few close friends that I text often. But I also have other really close friends, my brothers. You know, all my close friends are my brothers. You know, but I also have some that I text shoot maybe once a month, once every other month. You know, I have some. I have another brother that you know I talk to him maybe once or twice. Maybe like once a week average. You know, maybe once every other week. I don't know, but we still love each other. You know, it's all love between all my friends. You know, but we don't owe each other anything. You know, and I think that's the most purest form of love. We don't owe each other anything, but we still come to each other. You know, we still if they were to if they were to have an opportunity out of the country or whatever, I want that the best for them. You know, and so yeah, that's why I think friendships are the purest form of love outside of family and relationships. Family is definitely pure because you're kind of born into it, and you can choose to stay with it. And I just think relationships, uh, meh, you can learn to build into it, but I definitely think at first it's definitely not pure love. Um, yeah. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the gameplay of me stomping on people. Thank you.